I owned 62 acres of sloped hunting land with granite outcrops along a surveyed boundary line. Their trucks began reversing to my markers and releasing crushed tailings directly over the line without notice. I measured the encroachment using my recorded survey pins and documented each load crossing onto my deeded parcel. I did not contact their foreman because removing material would reduce the evidence value I needed preserved. I collected multiple soil samples using sealed vials and logged the exact coordinates of each collection point. I hired an accredited independent lab and transferred custody under a documented chain of evidence protocol. The results confirmed elevated concentrations of lead and arsenic exceeding federal residential soil thresholds. I compiled the lab report with my survey documentation and a daily photographic log of each dumping event. I filed a formal toxic release complaint with the Federal Environmental Authority citing hazardous material deposition. The agency opened an investigation and issued a notice of potential violation tied to hazardous waste handling statutes. Their compliance officer requested access, and I granted it under written conditions, preserving my recorded evidence set. The agency conducted its own sampling and matched the contamination profile to the material source on their site. That match triggered classification as a regulated hazardous release, rather than a simple property encroachment dispute. The classification shifted jurisdiction to federal hazmat response requirements, with strict remediation obligations. The company was issued a mandatory cleanup order requiring full excavation, transport, and certified disposal of contaminated soil. The order included continuous monitoring, air quality controls, and third-party verification at their expense. Their operations slowed as equipment and crews were redirected to comply with the enforced remediation schedule. I recorded a lien for damages tied to loss of use during the mandated cleanup period. Their insurers engaged, but coverage disputes delayed any immediate financial relief on their side. The cleanup scope expanded after deeper sampling revealed vertical migration beneath the initial tailings pile. The total remediation contract exceeded 7 figures, with regulatory oversight fixed until closure criteria were met. My boundary remained intact, and the contaminated section was restored under certified completion standards. Would you have warned them before testing, or let the record create its own outcome? Like and subscribe for more.